It's not something that any human should be consuming, or any living being should be consuming this compound. It's highly toxic, causes heart issues. This is something that I was just made aware of the other day by the Health Ranger. The name of the YouTube channel is the Health Ranger. He has some good information. I'd more refer you to Montreal Healthy Girl. Montreal Healthy Girl. That's the channel that I've gotten my best information from. But there's lots of channels that you can get lots of information from. But, so I just like to check my sources. So anyway, yes, this is something that you should do your own research on, or just take my word for it because I've done my research. Calcium bicarbonate is not something you want to be ingesting. If you really like almond milk, make it yourself. It's not that difficult to make yourself. And that's just a lesson in general, to make things yourself. Like, I make all my own meals. I don't rely on other people to make my meals for me. And it's like, when you buy a product, you just need to actually read what's on the back of it, because lots of products have additives, and most of the additives, if it's not an organic product, and even if it is, sometimes, usually not, I hope. But yeah, if it's not an organic product, a lot of the additives that they're putting in there and the preservatives are toxic. Not always, but lots of times those are highly toxic compounds that they're adding to those foods. So that's why it's important to do research and to know what you're putting into your body and know what possible effects, like what's been known to happen. Because this isn't just, me trying to, say bad things about, store-bought products in restaurants, because I do have lots of bad things to say about restaurants and store-bought products, but it's not just me, like, I didn't just decide that I don't like these, ways of getting your food. It's just from personal experience. I know, because I worked in restaurants, and we all do our best at the restaurants we work at, but at the end of the day, you've seen some things, some people who aren't, who are doing things not the absolute best way, the way that the customer would prefer if they saw, those things that they would not want, So anyway, I just know from personal experience that it's better to handle my own food, myself, and to grow my own food, of course. That's like the ultimate is right there, growing your own food and, having all the control from day one to when it's first planted to when it's actually eaten. You have the whole overview of that, and that no poisons are being added. So that's what it's all about, just trying to eat food that's free of poison. And like I said, though, you can make your own almond milk. It's not too tough. There's lots of videos. I'll make a video on it eventually, because I was gonna make some for a friend of mine who had referred to almond milk, and then a week later, however long, a month later, it's just like, sorry, I just found this out. I should have done my research before I pointed people in that direction, because cow's milk is toxic. It's got like lots of problems. It's they have hormones and estrogen. You're actually drinking a lot of estrogen when you're drinking dairy and cow's milk, when you're consuming dairy and drinking cow's milk. So that's not, I think that's probably better than drinking sodium or calcium bicarbonate, because that stuff's like so toxic and can like cause you heart problems like immediately, and it's just really bad stuff. And that's why I had to make this video, to get this out there, get this information out there, because it's all about what like the truth hurts and all that. It's not fun to hear this type of stuff, but it's true, and it's something that, if you want to be healthy, which everyone does, it's just a matter of eliminating these things, because that's the opposite of health, is drinking almond milk. It seems like it's great, lots of people are out there drinking it right now, and that's why I'm making this video, because hopefully, me and other people on YouTube or whatever platforms can get the word out. But it's just like anything, it's like you men, like our people perish for what they don't know, for lack of knowledge. Yes, you've ever heard this? It's true. People perish for what they don't know. So don't be a victim. Don't let companies victimize you. Don't let restaurants. Don't let yourself be victimized. It's all about knowing. Knowledge is power. Be powerful. So just do research, and that's what a lecture that I've given a lot, that I've been meaning to give actually on YouTube, is that like I've had my tablet for 2 years. I'm 31. I've only had the internet literally for like 2 years, because I had it for like a year when I was 15. So I've only had it for 2 years now, and I've done a massive amount of research, like more research than anybody that I know by far. Like, not to put anybody down, but just based on hearing what they have to say. Not that they don't do research, but it's not like anything worthwhile, in my opinion, as far as like health and knowing how the world works and stuff. So anyway, that's a lecture that I've given. Is about like, you have a supercomputer. It's in your hands. Literally, it's in your hands. You have the ability to do that. That's like to play the devil's advocate there. It's like, why are you doing this? Like, why would you eat these products? It's like the people who put out these products and who are poisoning you, that's the way that they look at it. They're like, well, why are you doing it? Like, you have every, right, every option to say no to, but you're choosing to do it. So what are you choosing to do? What are you ignoring? Don't be ignorant. Don't ignore this video or other videos that are trying to warn you. So don't just ignore stuff. Like, you have a supercomputer, you have access to all this information. It's free on YouTube and on other platforms, but YouTube's my favorite because I found all the information that I've needed. I've had to search a little bit, had to see lots of videos that weren't informative before I found some that were. So that's why I'm making this channel, so I can help inform people and weed out the stuff that isn't true and the stuff that is. So yeah, do your own research. Don't just trust companies to look out for you, or doctors, or anybody to look out for you, because you're your own health advocate. It's in your hands. You are the one who's putting things in your body, and you should know what you actually are ingesting and do everything you can to be healthy, because you can't get away from your own body. Your body is your temple. It's your sacred temple. You can't function without a body. And it's like, who wants a body that's poisoned and toxic